What's up, viewers? I'm going to start this new series that I'm going to try to do every week. So in the future, it's going to go all sorts of different directions and just explore topics where people might have common misconceptions about a given idea. But in this inaugural episode, I'm going to explore a topic that those of you who are already subscribed to me probably have some interest in, although it's a bit of a rehash of an old idea. But anyway, let's get started. So I made this video about how to make clear ice. It's a video that I'm proud of, but it has some discussion that is overlooked in the video. There are a lot of people who say, oh, there are these easier methods to get clear ice. And I sort of gloss over these methods in the video. I give them a very brief mention just as an aside, but I don't actually explore the idea. So in this video, I'm going to actually test two common methods that I saw repeated very often and see how well they work.
So the two methods that I hear all the time are boil the water and use distilled water. So for both tests, we're going to be using distilled water. First, you're going to want to pour some distilled water in a pot, and then we're going to bring this water to a boil and boil it for 10 minutes continuously. The idea here, I think, is that we are evaporating all the air content that is contained within the water. Then we'll start to pour some water into the first of the two trays. This is just straight room temperature distilled water. We'll go ahead and pour that in there. So once you've let it cool enough so that it's not going to damage the coating of the silicone that might be on your tray or whatever, just let it cool just enough for that, and then go ahead and pour the water into your second tray here. So then we have the room temperature water and then the water that's been boiled and cooled just a little bit. Then we're going to take both of those. On the right, again, we have the boiled option, and then on the left it will be the room temperature option. You're just going to go ahead and set those in your freezer, and then you're going to want those to set for about 24 hours is what I did, just so to make sure that both of them are completely frozen, even though one of them started out warmer than the other. And so we can see here we have our results, initial results, and it doesn't look completely clear, but it looks like the one that was boiled looks a little bit better. But that's just from what we can tell on the outside. So we've got these again. So again, on the right, we have the boiled water, and on the left, we have the room temperature to start with. And we've got this cutting board here that we will have some kind of contrast to it when we take these cubes out. So first, let's take a look at the boiled water. Takes a second to pluck this out, but once we get it out, we'll have a good look at what's going on. As you can see, this doesn't look excellent. We're seeing a lot of clouding in the center, sort of pointed mainly towards the central point of the tray. And then here we have our other water to compare. Initial results seem to indicate that the boiled water was a bit better, and I still think that that's the case. You can see the air starts to bulge out when it doesn't have any room to go anywhere. On the cube on the left, it has that bulge on the left side. While the boiled water did do a bit better, it's still got plenty of clouding and clusters and sort of striations of air that sort of condense into a central point. And again, on the left side, it's more pronounced, but even with the boiled water, we still have plenty of clouding inside of the cube. I'll try to wipe off some of this frost that's accumulating as it sits in the just room air. But I think we've shown pretty conclusively what we have here. And so to compare, I'm going to set an ice cube that I did before, and this one has some lines of air in it, a couple of large lines, but that's mainly because I did a pretty shallow freeze. Like I didn't really set the ice tray very far off of the bottom, mainly because I wanted to conserve water and energy. But as you can see, there's a hugely pronounced difference between the methods we tested here and my method in my previous video, which is sampled on the right there.
So there you have it. I chose to go with distilled water for both the room temperature test and then boiling test, just to have sort of a consistent baseline. I didn't really include those in the video because I had actually tested them before and never got good results. My goal in my what I call a simple method is once you have it made ahead of time, you can make it repeatedly and get repeatedly same consistent results. There are various permutations that some people will continue to talk about, and that's fine, but I don't find that they work, and I think this covers just the general idea of why they don't work. For those of you who want to stick around, feel free to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Hit the like button if you like it. Comment if you want to have some of these discussions. I'm open to hearing anything and everything, and I read all your comments. And if there's something that is fruitful to address, I try to address it as often as I can. If you think this video might interest some of your friends in particular, feel free to share it with them and see what they think as well. So lastly, I just want to mention that this is a really guerrilla style production. This isn't a real mic stand at all. There are things that I could have to make the content better and to produce it faster. So for those of you who might be interested, I have in the video description below a link to an Amazon wish list with Amazon gift cards. You're welcome to do that, and it's greatly appreciated. But for those of you who just want to watch, I appreciate you immensely, and I'll see you next week. Bye.